Hello, I'm Andreas Ludwig and I've been researching chlorine dioxide for therapeutic purposes for 13 years. With this video, I want to publish officially the first success of treatment against coronavirus or COVID-19 with more than 100 affected people recovered after only 4 days. This is a preliminary trial that has been conducted by the Association of Medical Doctors, IMEMI, and has served as a base for international multicentric trials registered with the NIH of the United States that now are being conducted. Chlorine dioxide, or ClO2, is a substance known as the best disinfectant against viruses, fungi, bacteria, and has been used for over 100 years. It is used to disinfect the bottled drinking water we drink every day, and even to disinfect blood bags for human transfusions that is patented and used by the company Alcyte since 1994. After discovering that it can be used therapeutically because of its low toxicity and publishing several books on the subject, I have been harassed and discredited for 13 years, especially by anonymous websites that have been picked up by the mainstream media with the false accusations confusing chlorine dioxide, or ClO2, with bleach, another substance that's NaClO. Chlorine dioxide is not the same as chlorine either, and it should not be confused just as an iron bar is not the same as a bunch of iron oxide. My books were censored by Amazon, my YouTube channel was shut down, my PayPal account was blocked, I was expelled from the German Biophysical Association, I even was shut down from my ResearchGate publications as a researcher, and was discredited in every possible way by some media, who in turn received millions of dollars in order to declare vaccines as safe, even though they're without any guarantee of safety or liability. There are many thousands of voluntary testimonies confirming the effectiveness of CDS in a myriad of diseases that are incurable today by conventional methods. These testimonies are erased on the internet, alleging that it's a dangerous substance when to date there is not a single scientifically documented death over 100 years from the ingestion of chlorine dioxide. The FDA is the main promoter of these false statements, since it can be perfectly observed in the microscope, where instead of destroying the blood, CDS is able to oxygenate and recover the red blood cells. It is perfectly observed that blood in poor condition due to lack of oxygen recovers in seconds, and this is the true reason for the success of CDS against coronavirus. The official oral LD50 toxicity established according to the official German toxicology database Gestis for an aqueous dilution of chlorine dioxide is 292 mg per kilogram of body weight during 14 days. The doses used in the trial were usually 15 mg per day, divided into 10 intake per person, and therefore resulting in an actual dose of only 0.1 mg per kilogram in intake. A few months ago, I published the fact that chlorine dioxide in the form of CDS works perfectly in the most serious problem of today, which is the so-called coronavirus pandemic. It is not a theory. It is an irrefutable fact, and based on my patents, I would like to provide for free for the humanity without any economic interest of my own. In the late 2019, I've been in Ecuador, where doctors from the Association IMEMI attended my seminars learning the use of CDS, which is a gaseous form dissolved in water of chlorine dioxide. Ecuador has been a very punished country by the coronavirus, and according to the reliable sources of forensic doctors, they registered many more deaths than what appears in the official numbers. The most affected area was the city of Guayaquil, with thousands of deaths. Given the emergency situation, the doctors of the IMEMI Association applied the dioxide first on themselves after being infected with the coronavirus, and later on their relatives, with 100% success. After checking the existing studies and the low toxicity of chlorine dioxide in the doses used, they began a preliminary study using CDS therapeutically after consulting an ethical committee. Chlorine dioxide was used both orally and intravenously in order to save lives in disaster area based on the emergency legislation and the Declaration of Helsinki, which states that a doctor may apply any substance if there's no other solution, and also on the legislation of the right to try for palliative patients in danger of death, always with the respected consent of those affected. In these studies, doctors treated patients, both in clinics and their own homes, with the sole purpose of saving lives. They achieved an excellent result themselves, where they were able to recover practically all the patients affected by the COVID-19. The patients were partly tested positive, or they had the typical severe symptomatology of loss of taste, smell, fever, and severe lung problems that were taken note in detail in each case. After an unparalleled effort and putting their own lives at risk, using their own means of transport and providing them with free CDS and 50 mg aqueous solution for daily treatment, they achieved excellent results, with a 97% efficiency in the remission of the severe symptoms after only 4 days of oral application. All patients were properly informed and gave their consent beforehand. The progress made by each patient was also reported and recorded exhaustively on a daily basis, providing reliable graphic data on the efficiency of coronavirus treatment with CDS, showing in an irrefutable way that chlorine dioxide does work for the treatment of coronavirus and does not cause negative side effects as falsely alleged by the FDA or other regulatory agencies that have simply copied the data of supposed harmfulness without ever having verified it by themselves, as they should have done as a health monitoring entity. All trial data have ultimately been notarized and are publicly available for download to remove any possible doubts. Due to the data from this preliminary trial, it has been decided to initiate clinical trials registered with the United States government, the NIH agency, in order to provide academic and highly accurate evidence that chlorine dioxide in form of CDS works excellently and efficiently to end the coronavirus pandemic fast through its oxidation mechanism by providing oxygen to the cells while eliminating the virus regardless of the subspecies of the virus. Previous studies show that chlorine dioxide works by size and pH, and therefore in the right dose it does not affect our own cells in a negative way. This substance also allows an immediate solution to the declared pandemic without the need for development of expensive and dubious vaccines without guarantee, since the substance can be manufactured as a magistrate formulation in every pharmacy anywhere, giving an immediate solution and saving lives, not only for coronaviruses, but for many other viruses and diseases, because CDS does not work by the mechanism of cellular intoxication. CDS works by oxidation, which is the same mechanism that the nature uses in our immune system in the NKT macrophages, the natural killer cells. More and more doctors are using the substance in order to save lives. It even has been support in many churches and bishoprics that have seen the efficiency and are asking in an open letter to the Ministry of Health why the government, our ministry, does not dare to conduct clinical trials with chlorine dioxide. This video has been published in order to report the real facts and make the media aware of the truth that saves lives. And they should announce it as a professional journalist, because instead of inducing panic in the population, they can help to end the coronavirus pandemic and the worldwide economic disaster that it represents, even for them. I would like to thank all the doctors and people that apply this knowledge and spread the information of the world. Thank you very much. This video is public domain, and you can copy and share this video freely, adding subtitles in other languages as long as the content is not altered. In the following, we show some video excerpts of many testimonies of coronavirus recoveries with CDS that I have received. Thank you, everyone. I'm Andreas Kalker.
Empecé también con el tratamiento con este chico, ¿no? De mañana, son las 10 de la mañana. Ahorita que estoy tomando este video porque desde que viniste nunca había llegado a 100.
A 65.
¿Ya?
Se bajaba hasta 55. De ahí me subía hasta 70.
2 horas de 70 subió a 97, dándole el protocolo para COVID.
Ela estava com o coronavírus e ela tinha todos os sintomas e aí ela começou a tomar o MMS. Daí uns dias ela fez o exame e constatou que ela estava com o coronavírus. E o que levou a vencer foi o MMS. Ela vai dar uma palavrinha do seu testemunho.
Utilicé yo precisamente esta sustancia del dióxido de cloro activado. Se le quitó por completo el día 13 de abril hasta el día de hoy. Él no ha tenido un solo más síntoma de esta naturaleza.
Pero cuando tuve la paciente que quiso probar y cuando me dijo, estoy curada, estoy bien, yo no podía creer como inmunólogo. Pero dije, esto está funcionando. Entonces me puse a estudiar un poquito más qué relación tenía el sistema inmune con el dióxido de cloro.
Oye, este es coronavirus. Está bien cabrón esta enfermedad. No se la deseo a nadie. ¿Oyeron? A nadie. Llevo desde el sábado, domingo, lunes y hoy martes. 4 días batallando. No existe mentira. Ese medicamento para los piojos, el externo, no sirve para nada. No sirve la citromicina. No sirve nada de medicamentos. Nada absolutamente. Me siento demasiado vulnerable. Está muy feo. La fiebre 41. Dolor feo de la garganta. Y a veces no puedo respirar. Los días anteriores estuve peor todavía.
Después de que se recuperó, hizo otro video en el que describe qué utilizó para eliminar el coronavirus de su sistema.
Yo me determiné a utilizar el dióxido de cloro, me dio resultados y yo no tengo nada que decir absolutamente. Me fue bien y me va a seguir yendo bien. Y si Dios quiere, a todos les tiene que ir bien, porque esta pandemia sí se puede detener.